Hey everyone. The purpose of this video is to review the proposal assignment that's due this week. I'm going to go over the requirements and quickly look at a couple samples and talk about the discussion post that you'll be making too. So on your screen here you can see the weekly overview for this week. You have already read this. You've already read the exploratory project packet. So let's go to that because that's where the assignment for the proposal is. If you were in our optional review session a week ago, then you've already seen me review this. So the proposal, by now, you should have gotten my approval on at least one of your tentative research questions, okay? If you haven't yet, make sure that you do, because I don't want you to do all the work on this proposal if I'm not going to approve the research question. Then you'd have to start over and rewrite your proposal. You should have also started doing some research so that you know that you're comfortable with the topic, so that you know that you'll be able to find good sources on both sides of a debate. Remember, you are trying to objectively and neutrally research two sides of a debate that experts are having, right? So there needs to be intelligent disagreement on both sides of the debate. So the proposal will commit you to your topic. You may not change your topic if your proposal is approved. You can continue to narrow down your topic if you want. So let's say that your broad research question is, what is the best approach to school safety? You might narrow it down. You might start researching and realize that you're really interested in questions about police officers in high schools. And so your broader question about school safety might be narrowed down in the next week or so to something more specific, like, do police officers in American high schools make schools safer? Right? That's a lot more specific. Generally, when your question is specific, it's more manageable to research, right? So continue to think about whether you need to tweak your question over this next week or so of doing your research. But for now, you're starting with a research question that you will commit to. All right, so these are the things that are required in your proposal, and you can see these are in the rubric as well. So first of all, your research question on an approved question. At least 3 sub-questions that will help you answer it. So you're breaking down your broader question into smaller pieces. We'll look at a sample in a minute. A brief summary of what you've learned so far, either your personal knowledge or what you've learned from research. Remember, if you're getting information from very specific sources, that you should cite those sources. Tell me a little about why you chose the topic. I'm just curious. And somewhere in there, cite at least one source that you've consulted this week. I'm not going to be picky about how you cite that. We use MLA form in English typically. It's okay if you don't know the details of that yet. You can have a works cited list, or you can just cite it in the proposal itself. That's up to you. But cite a source to show me that some of your information is coming from research. If there's anything else you want to include in the proposal, feel free. Okay, if there's some obstacles that you're worried about, or things you might want extra help with from me or from Bill, our awesome librarian, you can include that too if you want. I'm not going to be picky about formatting, but double spacing helps me. Okay, the deadline is here, and the information about the late penalty is here. Remember, in this class, if you need extra time on an assignment, please ask in advance. I don't mind giving extensions. I know this semester is unusual, and I know some of you have a lot going on. So I don't mind giving you extensions if you ask me before, so I can plan my time. All right. When I get your document, I will download it. You'll upload a Microsoft Word document so that I can easily work within it. And then I'll cut and paste this rubric in, and I'll just give you some quick feedback so that I can get this back to you on time. There won't be a ton of comments, and I'll check one of these 3 boxes. So you'll want to check back in your assignments folder for your proposal. All right, and then you're going to want to keep researching. So let's go backward to the weekly content again so that you can see where I've posted the samples. Sorry about that. So in these 2 samples, I've done some highlighting just to show you where a few things are, but I don't want you to highlight your proposals. So in yellow here, this is a summary of what the student learned. His research question is, should schools adopt a year-round schedule instead of taking summers off? Okay, he explains why he chose the topic. He's got a quick summary of what he learned. This is pretty general information. If you get something from a specific source, if you're in doubt, then cite the source. In blue, I've highlighted his sub-questions. In this case, he's wondering about cost, impact on families, and smarter. Does this improve performance? Okay. There you go. I plan on reading some more articles and statistics. So his research plan, it's a little bit vague. The research plan in the second example is more detailed. This is the kind of research plan I'm looking for. Just a sentence or two telling me where you're going to find your sources. Okay, so take a look at these proposals, these samples in more detail. The last thing I want to show you real quick is that you're also going to complete discussions number 4 and share a shortened version of your proposal. I've split the class into 2 large groups for this, so you'll get to see what about 20 other students are doing. Your classmates are researching some really cool stuff. So what I'd like you to do is post a short version of your proposal there. Just your research question and sub-questions is fine. Quick summary of what you hope to learn. Bill is going to reply to you with specific suggestions for research, and I'm going to encourage you to reply to each other as well. Okay? In fact, next week I think I'll be requiring that. So the rest of the details for the week are here. I think it's all self-explanatory, but if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Okay? The proposal, remember, is just getting you, moving you forward in your research. So it doesn't have to have all the answers, obviously. It's just going to tell me about what you want to learn more about. All right? Have fun with your research and be in touch with me if you have any questions at all.